Hi and welcome to my channel. So I'm going to be talking about a topic that I absolutely enjoy talking about, which is how people from red list countries can move to the UK quick, fast and ASAP. So if you're new to my channel, you're obviously welcome. If you are a returning subscriber, I appreciate your time. Look, for a while now, people that are from red list countries have really found challenges moving to the UK, especially if you are a nurse, for example, you're a doctor, you're a carer or you're a midwife. And this is the reason why when a country is added onto the red list, it is a huge and a massive hassle. And the bad news is that 99.9% of African countries are part of the red list, which means that there is restricted recruitment when it comes to healthcare workers. And there's a whole thing about this. And so if you haven't joined this family, by the way, take this opportunity now to hit the subscribe button below so that you're the first person to be notified every single day when I drop a new video on here, because I'm dedicated to making sure that you are the first person that is informed about the best opportunities that the UK has to offer. Not only are you getting the best pathways to move to this country, but you're also getting access to top-notch information about career progression opportunities so that you can work less, earn more, and get to retire early. Because let me tell you something, we're not rushing to move to the UK so that we can come here and be suffering. We're moving here in order to improve our lives. When I look at some colleagues, the way they live in the UK, I'm like, are you sure that you are not better off back home? You want to make sure that your life in this country is better than you were back home. Very important. So that you're not sat every day thinking, was it worth it? So that's what I'm about. So let me tell you what I like about these three different ways that I'm going to talk about. The first way is the cheapest way for you to move to the UK from a red list country. The cheapest, straightforward to the point. The second way is the most expensive way, but it can be the quickest way, because money is a powerful tool. If somebody tells you that having money doesn't make a difference, it is not true. Money makes all the difference, especially if you want to move to the UK. People that have a lot of money, they have pathways that are so expensive, and that by simply having money you can move here. Because applying for jobs and suffering and this and that, look, it's for the poor. That's the reality of it. Sorry to say that, but that's really how it is. And then pathway number 3 is for the smartest people. Those that are really smart, really vigilant. They're making use of the information, like the things that I share. They're doing their research. They're involved in the process. Those are the people that are going to choose pathway number 3. So I'm going to tell you all these 3 pathways in today's video. So I have a free newsletter, by the way. If you check the comment section below, you're going to see a link to join. When you join that newsletter, it's completely free. You drop your name and email and you're part of it. I send information such as this directly to your inbox. I also share information about visa sponsorship opportunities, obviously, to move to the UK, career progression in the UK, apprenticeship, so that you can work, study at the same time, and progress in your career so that you're not earning peanuts, 20,000 per year. There's a crisis right now when it comes to the financial world, and prices have skyrocketed. You need a lot more. So I send info about all of that, side hustle ideas as what they can do in the UK, work from home opportunities. There's a whole lot of stuff on there. So do join that newsletter. Also, you're going to find my contact details on there. There's my WhatsApp number as well as my email address. So if you're sat there and you're thinking, Melvis, as you're talking about all of this, look, I'm sick and tired of this situation. I need to make hay while the sun shines, and you need to get in contact with me. Then just check the comment section and you're going to find my contact details on there, because time waits for nobody. If you need that one-to-one support, that tailored guidance, you've got questions, you're like, oh, what about XYZ? That's what it's there for. So pathway number 1 is the obvious process, which is you go through the process. If you're coming as a nurse, for example, or a midwife or doctor, you do all the necessary exams that you need to do, and then you obviously apply for jobs. So you stay back home, do the normal exams, and then apply for jobs. So with this one, you cannot use obviously recruitment agencies, because they're going to tell you that you're from a red list country and you cannot do that. And so the option that you have is direct recruitment, which means you need to apply directly to those companies that are recruiting. By the way, what is your situation right now? Which country are you from? If you drop the name of your country or your flag, by the way, in the comment section, I can tell you, is your country in the red list or not? If you already know whether your country is in the red list or not, have you found any challenges moving to the UK? Also, do you think that being from a red list country has had an influence in you getting a job in the UK or not getting a job in the UK. What do you think about this? Again, leave that in the comment section below, because it's always interesting to use the comment section to share those ideas, to see what other people are going through, to learn from each other, and just to be like, what else is going on out there? Because if you're struggling to relocate on your own, it can be very, very challenging. So it's good to come out and see what else is going on out there. What are other people doing? What are the other opportunities? Which is why YouTube videos and YouTube channels and online communities are really, really helpful. So that's really pathway number one. Straightforward, obvious. You do all of your exams, you stay back home, you apply for jobs. And that's why I say this is going to be the cheapest way for you to move, because it may take longer. Most likely it's going to take longer, but you're not going to spend money, because you do all your exams and you just stay at home and apply for jobs. Once you get a job, then you apply for your visa, obviously at the embassy, and then you move to the UK. So again, you need to make sure that you are following the guidance and you're following the rules. I've done lots of videos on here about these rules, these guidance, these exams that you need to write. So if you're not sure about any of those, do check out those other videos that I've shared on these processes. So by the way, in case if you're not aware, my name is Melvis, and if it's our first time meeting, I work as an advanced nurse practitioner for the National Health Service here in England. I'm passionate about all these opportunities because I also started my UK journey as a carer in a nursing home. I've done domiciliary care, I've done support work, I've done living, I've done all sorts. Before I thought to myself, look, with all due respect for this job, I deserve to do better. I deserve to do more. I was earning 16,000 per year at a time, and it was very, very miserable. So I studied nursing, and now I've got my own private career coaching program where I offer, tailored, individualized guidance, having progressed to working as an advanced nurse practitioner, which is the most senior clinical nursing position. I mean, I've seen it all when it comes to progression. What are the pathways? How do you do the interviews, and all of that. So that's what I support with. If you're keen, interested, which by the way, if you're watching this video till now, yes, it's going to be perfect for you. So if you check the description box below or the about section of this channel, you're going to see a link, with information about my private coaching program. As much as I'm talking about this, look, it is not for everybody. My program is for less than 1% of people here that are watching these videos, because 99.9% of people will just watch a video, complain, Melvis, oh my God, how dare you? What about this? Oh, this one didn't do this. This one didn't say this one didn't share this. Look, no excuses. This is 2024. You need to stop procrastination. You need to stop blaming each other. You need to take responsibility, be accountable for your own success. So if you're part of the top 1% of people that are interested and invested in their personal and professional development, then yes, that program is for you. Support you with, how do you apply the CV, especially supporting information, NHS jobs, apprenticeships, and all of that. Progression as well into senior positions. If you've come here and you are a qualified nurse, you're a midwife, and you're working as a carer, and you're not making use of the qualifications that you have as a nurse, I can support you again with that transition back into nursing. So, and this leads us beautifully to the next pathway, which is pathway number 2, which is really about moving to the UK through the self-sponsorship route. So this is another pathway that some people from red list countries use to get jobs in the UK. Like I said, this pathway tends to be one of the fastest pathways for most of the people that use this pathway, but it is the most expensive of the pathways. So you need to have money. Like I said, if you don't have money with this pathway, it's going to be tough, because you need to get a visa. You need to move to the UK. You do all your exams during that time on the visa. So it's a legit visa for nurses, midwives, doctors who want to come to the UK to do their exams. It enables you to study, to do your exams, obviously, to find jobs, to do interviews, but you cannot work on that visa, which means that you've got to be unemployed in the UK. So if you're coming through this visa, you need to know, where are you going to live in the UK? How are you going to make money? So that's evidence that I'm going to need in order to support your visa application. And so that's why I was saying that this visa can be expensive compared to all the other, compared to say pathway number 1. But as I'm talking about this pathway, what do you think about it? Which of these pathways do you think is ideal for you? Or which of these pathways do you think you will go for? Because it is very important to get information very strategically so that you can make the best decisions for yourself. Remember that it's always about you making the best decisions for your personal circumstances with the information that you have at the time, which is why having current and up-to-date information plays a crucial role in your success and in your career progression in the UK. The people who are most informed will be the most successful people. I don't mean getting information and watching a video and just saying, oh, I watched this video, you know what I mean? That was really good information. That's not what I'm talking about. I mean, implementation. Implementation is key, because information in itself is nothing. It's what you do with that information. Using that information to influence and impact your life positively is what you need. And that's what this channel is about. Because I don't want to be wasting my time doing these videos and knowing that people are just like, Melvis, there she goes again, she started. No, I need you to act. So leave a comment in the comment section and say, Melvis, I will implement this. If you're part of my private coaching program, you already know during our live sessions on Thursdays, we go through more information, more details, the nitty-gritty about all these different pathways and what you need in order to get those jobs. It's not easy. I never want to sit here to say, look, it is easy. In one day, you're going to get a job. I mean, some people will get a job in one day, but there's no way to know. It's about improving your application every time. If you get an unfortunate email, it should empower you to say to yourself, oh my God, unfortunate email, I need to go even stronger for this. That's the attitude that you need in order to succeed in life, because life isn't meant to be easy. Life is meant to be challenging, but for us to be successful, we need to find ways and strategies to overcome those challenges. That's what it's about. It's not about being without challenges. It's about having effective strategies to overcome the challenges that we're facing in order to make life what we want for ourselves. So like I said, leave a comment in the comment section and say, Melvis, I will implement this. Also, if you're enjoying this content, by the way, hit the like button. It lets me know you enjoy content like this, and obviously I should do more. Also share this with your friends, colleagues, loved ones. There are millions of people from red list countries, carers, nurses, doctors, healthcare professionals, because this affects all healthcare professionals. And so it is very heartbreaking. If you don't know about these red list countries, what it's about, also leave a comment in the comment section below, and I'm more than happy to explain more about what this is about, because it's really a big thing and that's a whole topic in itself. So pathway number three, like I said, is a very smart pathway. It's for somebody who says, look, Melvis, I'm not even going to bother about all these exams, these processes. I'm just going to find a work visa, get to the UK, and then guess what, girl? I'm going to transition. Because the good thing about this is that if you're a nurse, for example, or midwife, nursing associate, those people that are eligible to register with the Nursing and Midwifery Council in the UK, which is our regulator for nurses, midwives, and nursing associates, you can register without IELTS or OET. This is a big thing, because not only are these exams pretty expensive, but they're also very time consuming. You need a lot of time to prepare for them. So these are some of the strategies with pathway number 3. You can use that to make sure that you're not even doing those exams altogether and you get your NMC registration. Again, I've supported hundreds of colleagues, to join the NMC register and work in the UK as nurses, midwives, without writing out OET at all. And this is something that when the NMC announced this change, I was like, OMG, this is the best news ever. But the thing is that there are thousands of people that are eligible for this pathway, and guess what? They're not making use of the pathway, because some people are like, hey, where do I get started? Some people watch video after video after video. Look, if you're a professional, you need that accountability. I mean, sometimes I'm like, if you're a nurse, like nursing in itself is very challenging. If you are able to survive one shift as a nurse, how come you cannot put in that effort to be able to get your registration and work as a nurse in the UK? If you're working, for example, as a domiciliary carer, or you're working in a care home as a carer, you need to transition back into nursing. I mean, you have such a valuable qualification, and so you need to make use of it. There are millions of people that are dying literally to become nurses, and then you've got some people who've got the qualifications, they've got the degree, they're qualified, they've got years of experience, even in very senior positions. They're working as domiciliary carers, they're working in care homes in the UK as carers. I mean, I've got all due respect for carer jobs, but what I'm saying is, if you are a nurse or midwife, you owe yourself the duty to transition into nursing or into midwifery, because you have that qualification, you have gold in your pocket, and you're living it. Even just, the acuity. I know people that are so unhappy in the UK because they're like, hey, I've always worked as a nurse, very acute care. And you come like look, it's not worth it. So with pathway number three, these are some of the things that you can have, but like I say, it is the smartest pathway, but you need to be really determined. So it's about seeing which of these pathways is ideal for your personal circumstances, because like I say, some of the pathways are expensive, some are cheap, some are time consuming, some need a lot of research, but it's for you as an individual to assess your situation as a professional and say to yourself, what is my situation? Another thing also is that from spring of 2024, carers will not be able to bring their dependents in the UK if you're working within the private sector. So imagine that if you're a nurse and you choose to come as a nurse, or you transition into nursing or midwifery or being a doctor, you can bring your dependents. But because you're not transitioning, you will not be able to bring them if you remain as a carer. Can you imagine the impact that that has, not only on you, but your family as well? So it is worth you making the effort, the conscious effort, and putting in all the energy in order to transition. I have people say to me, Melvis, I'm very busy as a carer. I want to transition into nursing, but my company is not giving me time and I'm working all day. I start work at 6 o'clock, I finish at 11. Look, it's not your company. They don't care about you. It is your duty to find time and do that. Your company needs you to do the work that they're paying you to do. They are not there to tell you that you should transition to nursing. I mean, what are they going to gain from that? And many of these companies don't even have nurses in them. So once you transition into nursing, they don't need you anymore. So it's obvious that they would rather you remain as a carer. So that should not be an excuse, because like I say, as an accountable professional, it is your duty, it's your responsibility to transition. And so if you haven't joined my newsletter, by the way, check the comment section. Do join. It's free. I send that info directly to your inbox. If you need to contact me personally, then check the comment section. You're going to see my WhatsApp number as well as my email address. Get in touch ASAP, so that if you need that one-to-one tailored guidance with all of the things we've discussed, career progression, visa sponsorship, transitioning, just gaining some momentum to know the first steps to take, because some people just need that first step, then contact me. Because if you're watching my videos, you better be part of the top 1%, so you're not stuck and you're not just in the same position, because you are worthy of more. You deserve better. So check out this video that I've linked up here with more information for you. Check this out.